Hey, J9 here from GeekMyGames, and today I wanted to talk to you about this game that I just got called Rummathon Royale. And it kind of reminds me of Rummy on crack combined with Uno. It's a little bit crazy and I really enjoyed it. So I played it with my whole family and me and my husband really enjoyed it. My kids, it took a little bit longer to kind of get, but I think it's because my husband and I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and the cards, that's what we did as kids. Like, they didn't have like these types of Euro games, at least not where we were. And so we played a lot of card games like, you know, Rummy and Hearts and Euchre and Spades, and I grew up on all of those, and my kids didn't really. So, I mean, I recently taught them Euchre, and it really, like, it blew their mind. It took them a while to really kind of get it, you know. But so after a while, they kind of got it. But I played this game called Crazy Rummy with my family when I was a kid. And everybody has a requirement that you have to lay down each round. There's like 6 or 7 rounds. And like the first requirement before you can start playing on other people's, you have to lay 3 of a kind down. Then the second round is 3 of a kind and a 4-card run. And that was Crazy Rummy until you got to the end. This is kind of like that, but even more so. So the requirements that you have each round are called sequences in this one, and everybody has a rule card and everybody has different sequences that they have to do for each round, which is kind of cool. So if you don't do your sequence, like somebody else goes out and you don't get your sequence accomplished, then you have to do that round again. So the object of the game is kind of to get through all the rounds and be the first person to get all your sequences done. And then where the Uno part comes in is there's a couple cards that kind of throw everything for a loop. There's like a bypass card where you could skip somebody's turn, and then there's a sabotage card where you can make everybody take all of their wilds, which are called flex cards in this, out of their hand and put them back in the deck, which is crazy. And then there's what I think this is my favorite part. There's a crazy twist to the game where you play through the whole thing, and whoever has all the different rounds and whoever has the most points at the end wins, unless you get the second condition for winning, which is 3 or 2 Rummathon Royales in a row. That's hard to say. Okay, so if you finish your sequence for that round and you think you have enough cards and the ability to do the next one on your card, instead of trying to go out for that round, you could announce Rummathon Royale on your turn and then try and go for the second one. And if you do it a second time and you think you still have cards to do it for a third time, and you do the third time and you do 3 sequences that you have on your card in one actual round, then you win the game immediately, and it immediately ends. And I played this a couple times already, and the very first time I played it, I got a Rummathon Royale because I did so badly on the first hand. I felt like I had a really hard sequence, whereas my son, who I was playing with at the time, hardly didn't have anything. And so I got mad, and you can buy cards in the beginning of each round to help you out throughout the game. So I did that. I bought the cards, and I just filled my hand with cards. I figure if I'm going to go out and I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose big. But instead, I ended up winning. I got all 3 of my first round sequences in a row, one after another, and I ended up winning the game. So that was a lot of fun. If you are into card games, if you like any kind of Rummy or Rummy Cube or trick taking, I think you should check this out because it was a lot of fun, and it can be played by families, adults, all different ages. It's really a lot of fun. Check it out. Rummathon Royale. Rummathon Royale.